That's right. More exciting than the final 2 minutes of the Bills and the Chiefs. It's the Flex Zone. The only place giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
We're back here on a marvelous Monday for Baltimore and beyond, live and direct, virtually, of course, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on all social media platforms. The Flex Zone One. Email us, theflexzone1@gmail.com. Want to be a guest, ideas, part of the show. Big month of February coming for the show. We'll fill you guys in later as we continue our sports and blackness series. Shout out to the mastermind Dre. Y'all already know this week we are recapping the wild, wacky, maybe even a little come up-ish if you bet it, Crevonte, divisional weekend, maybe the best divisional weekend in history as every game went down to the wire. Of course, we're going to recap it. We're going to get goofy with Crevonte. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers' future, Tom Brady. Where do they go? What happens next? And who moves on to the Super Bowl as we're down to the Final Four? But speaking of Final Four, these four gentlemen right here, we're going to take you through in the man cave. Remember, we're the Hit of the Sports Podcast table. Put up your ones as we are the Hit of the Sports Podcast table. Make sure you acknowledge us. Everybody checking in. We appreciate you, Flex Zone family. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Big, exciting week coming up. Raj, I don't know if you'll be with me, but I'll be doing some World Rumble live. I'll be being very negative on Saturday night. Might get me some libations and just sit back and watch some WWE. So if anybody wants to hop on, I'll probably be on watching live. Shout out to Tyler, shout out to Lamar, and hey, y'all know I can't do the show alone. Bad leadoff, the man who makes the social media grow, and it's growing, baby. Uncle Raj, clean as that white tees he's wearing. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Byron? Not gonna lie to you, man. I might be on with you a little
Oh
bit.
my God.
I might be on with you a little bit. I probably won't stay the whole Royal Rumble, but I probably jump on with you a little bit.
I definitely need you for the women's and the men's Royal Rumble.
I'll try to make my way through. I'll try to make my way through, but
Or at least just comment. It's all good.
yeah, most definitely, man. I'm definitely going, help, try to help you out. But
Hey, what's up?
like I said, subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast page on YouTube. We had two great videos over the weekend. We talked about Greg Roman. Should he be fired from the Ravens? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get your thoughts on it, Byron and Dre and Crevonte. And we had also talked about the 49ers and the Packers and that wild game that we saw on Sunday. So check out those two videos. They were awesome. They were impromptu and they were great. Also, we got, this wonderful show that we're about to do today, recapping all the football games and some other stuff. And look out for that Kobe Bryant tribute video coming to you very soon on Wednesday. D put his heart and soul into it. So we're going to have that thing released and ready to go.
Crazy to think that it's been 2 years. We will actually talk about that briefly tonight. This next man, you see the words behind him. Congratulations, because we're 1 week closer to the WFT name reveal. That's right, Crevonte. I'm bowling down your alley, brother. It's coming faster than a bullet. It is Crevonte, baby. Goofy, goofy, goofy. That's all I can say. It's been a goofy week, goofy couple past weeks, and 2022 is already off to a goofy week. My good brother, how you doing?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you, Byron. Man, it's
Hey,
been
Tyler, pull up,
Hey,
brother.
Tyler.
I'm going to go live. I'm trying something new. I'm gonna just go live. It's gonna be
My
unfiltered.
God.
I'm gonna have me some food, maybe some libation, and just watch a classic, man. It might be trash, but it's the Royal Rumble, so I gotta watch.
Oh, there's
I don't
that
think
good old negativity. There's the
I
good
don't
old
think it's
negativity.
gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be trash. I don't think it's gonna be trash.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be solid. It's gonna be okay.
Real quick, y'all know how I feel about Monday nights. I look forward to these. We're probably some of the few young brothers that look forward to Mondays because I know the rest of the world, the rest of the world usually don't. But this was probably the best weekend of football I've seen in quite some time. I can't wait to get into it. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And let's go and get this started, baby.
This next man, much like on Power, he's playing chess, not checkers. And make sure if you invite him to the dinner table, he sits at the head of it, much like my boy, the Tejada, watching it all go down. It's the straw that stirs the drink. The man you can catch every day. Start your day with a cup of Dre. The pride of the East Side. The man who's more fly than Ghost and moves smoother than Tariq. It is the head of the Flex Zone table, the super producer himself, Landry Melton, baby. The Flex Zone Messiah. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, America? Appreciate you for that wonderful introduction. As always, better than Paul Heyman. I tell you that much, man. I'm excited. Like I said, Roger, like you said, we had some great videos over the weekend. Looking forward to more content. And shout out to, you can call me the head of the table, but shout out to the HNIC over here. My brother Crevonte, one more time, gotta clap it up for him. Well deserved, brother. Well deserved over there.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Well, episode 328. You already know that we're great. Let's get straight to it. We'll talk about a little NBA. If you're watching, don't forget to hit that bell, subscribe, share it to your friends, to your enemies. If you're watching on Facebook, we appreciate you. Flex on family. But Draymond Green ranks his top 5 NBA players of all time. Got Michael Jordan. You got LeBron James, his business buddy. Got Kobe, Bean Bryant, of course, Magic Johnson, and of course, his fellow buddy out there in the Bay, Steph Curry, Dre. Can you argue with Draymond's list, or do you think it should be somebody in there who's not?
I know we're on the cusp of Kobe, the anniversary of Kobe, but there's an argument Kobe could be top 5. But I think that it goes back to a debate we had a few episodes ago about Dwayne Wade when he was talking about how there's going to be a generation that forgets about Michael Jordan. I think that we've forgotten about some other past greats. Like I feel like LeBron has passed Larry Bird. So Larry Bird was somebody that was in that top 5 conversation. But I think that one important name that we forget about is one of the guys who one of the NBA Finals trophies is named after, and that's Bill Russell. Like, how do we not name Bill Russell when he's a part of this? I mean, 11 championships. It doesn't matter the era. It just matters what he was a pioneer for the NBA. So I think that there's at least one name that should be in here. Steph Curry, I think, is great. But I definitely would put Kobe right now over Steph Curry. Steph Curry is still the greatest shooter I've ever seen in my lifetime, but I don't feel like he's top 5 yet. So those are the two where it gets a little questionable, but I'd rather put Kobe in there right now, definitely over Steph Curry. If it was up to me, I'd take Steph out and definitely put Bill in there to at least buffer his top 5.
Well, Dre, we know who's number 1 on your list. It's still LeBron, ain't it?
You know it. Go James.
Hey, arguably having his best season ever. I mean, he's playing at the MVP level, 29, 7, and like 6. So he's keeping the Lakers afloat. Couldn't get it done last night. Crevonte, I mean, we always love list on this show. We love list all throughout everything we do in life now. Everything's a ranking system. But what do you think about this top 5 from Draymond? Shout out to Miss Queen. Hey, Miss Queen.
Hey, yo, she always got something, a one-liner to say right before she jumps out there. I think it's amazing. Thank you so much, Queen.
Hey, fam.
Why? Yo, what is good? Why? I don't care. Why do we care about Draymond's list?
Because he's not playing. He needs something to do. You know, he got a podcast. He just looking for. He just one of the people that's in the mix. You know, he real mixy.
I get yes, he is.
You on the shop. He's on the shop with LeBron. You know, taking some of his money. You know, he doing it all. Rich Paul.
Yeah, I think it is. So as far as his list, I think there's something that's not understood across the board. When we're talking about basketball, are we talking about just what they did on the basketball court? Are we talking about their influence on the game, or what characteristics are we looking for? And when we're doing top 5 or greatest of all time, because if that's the case, if we're talking about impact and what they've done, that means the guys that created it would never go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not leaving room for evolution. So, unfortunately, yes, the finals trophy is named after Bill Russell, but he played in D's era. You know what I'm saying? D was the only one. D was the only one watching him, in his prime. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what type of list are we talking about? Are we talking about influence? Are we talking about basketball on the court? Are we talking about off the court? Or is there a mixture of all of it? But I know one MJ gonna be number one regardless of however you slice it. That's fact. That's a fact. But I mean, I think something interesting about his list is that they all were great at something. Obviously, I think, like I just said, Michael Jordan's gonna be the number one on my list all day, every day. I don't care how far down the line we go. I don't care what Dwayne Wade talking about. I'll put up his picture later, but I don't care what he talking about. MJ will be number one. LeBron James will probably lead all statistical categories when it's all said and done. Kobe Bryant, I mean, what he brought to the game, he literally had two Hall of Fame careers in two different numbers.
Crazy.
So he's there for that. And we got Magic Johnson, another all-time Laker great, an all-time great, but an all-time Laker great. Mr. Showtime, he brought charisma to the game. He brought Showtime to the forum at the time. Um, he was great in college and literally brought that same thing to the pros. And again, Showtime Lakers, that smile, Raj. He brought the smile, and of course, Steph Curry is the greatest of all time. Um, the greatest shooter of all time. So it's like I can see why this is his list because right here, right now, I could point to something great that they all have done. So thanks, Queen. Um, I like his list for that, but my list probably wouldn't exactly be that. I still think Kareem should find his way somewhere in the top five, still being the all-time leading scorer and an unstoppable shot. Arguably, basketball in general, he should be in the top three probably. But I understand where he's coming from if he's talking greatness. But I would like to go a step further and ask him what is his definition of greatness. What is that? What does all that entail? Like anytime we do our list, I say, well, what does this? How do we break down this list? What does it all entail? What are the characteristics that we're looking for when we're talking about greatness? You know what I'm talking about. But I'm glad Draymond Green has time. I really don't care, but I can see where he's come from with the list if you're asking.
I thought you hated it when the athletes had time.
Well, it's just Kevin Durant. At least his is like, you know what I'm saying? It gets the conversation going. It's not goofy. You know what I'm saying? I think the only thing goofy was him bringing on Kevin Durant to his podcast. I thought that was goofy because that conversation was pointless.
Go ahead, Raj. But real quick, Daryl, we will not accept any Tom Brady slander in this chat or on this live show. You will be expeditiously removed. Now, all Aaron Rodgers slander is welcome. Because I tried to tell you what was going to happen to boy Duck Dodger. But it's okay, Daryl. Good to see you, my brother. Continue the great work
My
for
God.
Phi Beta Sigma. What's up, Raj?
To me, this is just Draymond's personal list. I don't have really nothing against it. He has Magic on there. He has Kobe on there. He has LeBron on there. I would add Kareem, to the top five. But like I said before, it's his personal list. I don't really have anything against it. I'm not sure what his criteria is, but maybe this is his five best players that he watched growing up. Who knows? But yeah, man, I don't have nothing against Draymond Green's list. It's his list. He can say what he wants about it. He will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And I it's nothing I really can say.
Let us know your list. Probably have to revisit our list one of these days, but it's ever changing as guys like Steph are continuing to climb and LeBron's still getting it done. But let's move into some football real quick. Dre, you brought this up, and we kind of talked about 2 weeks ago when they were playing on Monday Night Football in the wild card game. Kyler Murray, should he face the same scrutiny as Lamar Jackson? And really, I don't even know why this is a topic because Kyler Murray just made the playoffs for the first time. And he was the number one pick. I mean, he was supposed to be the guy, but Lamar fell. unanimous MVP. He did win a Heisman, but at this point, come on, man. We should know Lamar is the guy, right, Dre?
Hey, I mean, I totally agree. Everything that you said, all the sentiments um, are true. Lamar, as a matter of fact, you would think that it would have been Kyler Murray who was supposed to win an MVP because, like you said, number one pick. Um, Going to the Cardinals, they brought over a coach to favor Kyler Murray to help him boost. But Lamar Jackson, I mean, he wasn't even supposed to start, and he did lead his team to the playoffs the first year. Has led his team to the playoffs every year, with the exception of this year, with the injuries that happened to the Baltimore Ravens. His Lamar's second year, he won an MVP unanimously. And like you said, Kyler Murray for the first time has taken his team to the playoffs. Both of them do have Heisman trophies, but I mean, Lamar was when he got that MVP, I think that just took him to another stratosphere because we still, people talk about people like Justin Herbert or the Josh Allen, who, I mean, he just had a great playoff game, but Lamar Jackson, I mean, to still have that on his resume. Um, Speaks just it just speaks volumes already that this shouldn't be a conversation quite yet because Lamar is always like some. I get the comparisons, but it's always like Lamar has some obstacle in his way. It was like, well, he couldn't win a playoff game. Then he does win a playoff game. Now it's like, well, can he take his team to the at least the AFC Championship game? And it's like, well, what more does this brother have to do? He can't throw, and then he does show you that he can throw. So I mean, it's always some obstacle in the way of Lamar Jackson as opposed to um, Kyler Murray. It feels like he just kind of gets a pass sometimes. Maybe it's because of the division he's in. I'm not sure what it is compared to Lamar, but I think it's a fair question. But Lamar definitely has a lot of haters out there that he still has to oppose.
Real quick, Crevonte, before you go, just a comparison. Lamar Jackson's been in the league one more year than Kyler Murray. As far as completion percentage, Kyler Murray's at 66.9, Lamar at 64.1. Lamar is at 10,000 yards, Kyler Murray's at 11,400. Lamar has 84 touchdowns, obviously playing one more year. Kyler Murray was 70. And as far as rushing, Lamar has 3,673, Kyler Murray 1,786. But touchdowns is actually one behind each other. Lamar with 21 and Kyler with 20. So go ahead, Crevonte.
Um, I think. See, I got you there. I got you on this one, Daryl. I got you. So okay, so okay, so face. So the issue with this is that I think this is one of those situations where Lamar experienced too much success too early, where he got an MVP his second year as a starter, his second full year as a starter. And once you make it to MVP, you're expected to play at an MVP level then on. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, since the MVP season, things haven't gone great. He's fallen off a little bit, making a lot of costly mistakes, getting hurt. So because he had the world on fire, like it was literally him watching a video game. I remember for like a year straight, Lamar Jackson had about 2 or 3 highlights a game. It was looking like a video game. I always go back to that Cincinnati Bengals game when he was and it was three Bengals had him, and then boom, it's like Houdini. But I feel like we all knew that wasn't going to last, and at some point you have to drop back the pass, which he wants to do, but I don't know if his offensive coordinator is put him in a position to necessarily do so. But what I just say, what was I just alluding to? And with Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray is really
like
no
this.
He does so well in the beginning of the year, but the Cardinals always fall off towards. And trust me, me and Byron been on this train, been on this boat, whatever the hell we on, and he has been a #1 overall pick. But I think I want to say it's because he's in a tougher division. Head coach, his head coach still making rookie head coaching mistakes. John Harbaugh's been there. The culture in Baltimore is a little bit more established than Arizona. Arizona isn't known for too much going on, and of course, Kyler Murray's he's a little guy, and this is one of the reasons why I root for him. He's 5'10", like we're me and Byron and him all the same height. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know, and injuries rearing his ugly head with him as well. But one thing Kyler Murray can always fall on, and I think this is something that nobody's talking about, is that Kyler Murray can we all know, understand he can sling that rock. And when Lamar Jackson in a position where he has to sling the rock, he doesn't look good, which is why I feel like he gets ultra criticized way more than any other quarterback, black or not. You know what I'm saying? So why doesn't he? Because Lamar Jackson got an MVP his second year, and he's expected to do so over and over again, and he's been honestly regressing.
Wait, Crevonte, you don't think that he's shown that he can throw, especially this season with all the comeback victories that he's had?
Absolutely not. I've seen games where he's thrown multiple interceptions, and he does not look good. But again, team hasn't looked good. It's not all on him. But we all know how it goes with the quarterback position. He gets too much glory when they win and too much blame when they lose. That's my thing. But I don't think he's a couple here and there, but it's not consistent. That's what everybody wants. We want consistency. That's what everybody wants, and we're not getting that from Lamar. And then towards the end of the year, before he got hurt and basically got shut down, he didn't look good.
I'll say this, Crevonte, real quick. Kyler Murray, before they got DeAndre Hopkins, he looked good, but he didn't look as good as he looked at an MVP level now. Remember, Lamar didn't have a DeAndre Hopkins or even a Larry Fitzgerald at the tail end of his career, or going to get an AJ Green, or they traded for Zach Ertz. I mean, their offense was loaded. So
I absolutely not. So yes, I completely agree. I do think Kyler Murray needs to get looked at under a microscope a little bit more. As such as Lamar. I mean, all the quarterbacks are, and he's black too, so he's not absolved of anything that's going on. I'm just saying Lamar, just like RG3, experienced success very quickly. And unlike RG3, Lamar handled it better, but his game, once you reach the top, it's only down from there. And unfortunately, he took a couple steps down.
unless you're, Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes, but we'll leave that alone. Raj.
They should both have the same criticism on them. Yes, Lamar Jackson has a year over Kyler. Yes, Lamar Jackson's been to the playoffs a little bit more than Kyler. But Kyler Murray, to me, everybody says he's the better quarterback because he can throw better. And he has better weapons than Lamar. So, yeah, I think Kyler Murray should definitely get criticized just as much as Lamar does. Yes, he's came up short a couple times and he didn't make the playoffs, but this year was supposed to have been their year. This year they started off extremely hot. They had J.J. Watt on the team, and a couple other guys that got in free agency, and they was like the number one team in the NFL for like damn near 10 weeks of the football season. So, and on top of that, when they fell off, Kyler Murray to me didn't get any blame for it. He ain't said nothing about it. They blamed other people, especially guys like Lamar Jackson, when he fell off a little bit during the season as well. But my thing is, I think they both should get criticized the same. To me, they're the same player. Damn near almost the same player. Lamar Jackson's damn near just as good as Kyler Murray, just as Kyler Murray's as good as Lamar Jackson is. So I think that Lamar gets criticized a little bit more because he doesn't have the requisite pieces that Kyler Murray has. And on top of that, I don't know the logistics of it, but I just think that they should be criticized the same. But I mean, hopefully, Kyler and Lamar Jackson have a great season next year. Hopefully, they make it further. Hopefully, Kyler wins a playoff game. Lamar wins a playoff game next year, or get to the playoffs, and they both can not be scrutinized as much. But yeah, man. I think the media should definitely give Kyler the same treatment they give Lamar. They tore Lamar up a
Yes,
lot.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
so
And that
so
was definitely unfair. Outside of the COVID situation.
yeah, outside the COVID situation, Lamar
Outside
had
of
it
the COVID
twice.
situation. Because Lamar did catch it twice, and like, all right, if you're not gonna get vaccinated, you can't be in the streets, guy. But you know, outside of that, if we're sticking to just football, I think yes, they need to be under the same microscope.
Hey man, he's good for the streets.
Who's for the
That's not
streets?
good. That's not good.
Who's for the streets, Dre?
I was saying Lamar.
Oh yeah, Lamar's definitely for the
Because
streets.
you
That's a fact.
he be out here round the way, man.
He be in
Yeah,
Florida, man. That's the problem.
He be in
yeah.
South Florida, man.
Right,
Just long,
right.
long as he's not hanging with Marquise's goofy cousin.
Anyway, speaking of
Oh
Goofy,
God. Yeah.
let us know your thoughts on Kyle and Lamar. Definitely part of this young crop of young QBs, black QBs. So we all wanted to see them do great. So let us know your thoughts. And if any of them, like Rod say, take that next step next year. But as we mentioned, this coming week, got a very special tribute video courtesy of our very own D, remembering Kobe. Raj, just let the people know what they can expect from that video and just your thoughts remembering the Bane Goblin 2 years later, Kobe Bryant. It's been 2 years. Crazy.
Well, we're gonna see some of his best highlights. A nice some DD put some nice track to it, and it's just gonna be nice. I checked it out. It was pretty good. It was really good. Um, but remembering Kobe. Damn, yeah, it's been almost 2 years, man. And
Yeah.
Vanessa is still fighting the media. Vanessa is still fighting the media and still having to sue people over Kobe, which is ridiculous. But it's been weird, honestly. The last time Kobe was alive, COVID, I mean, it was here, but it wasn't here yet. And like ever since he passed, it's just the world's been upside down, damn near. And his presence, his presence is definitely needed, especially with the Lakers, man, because right now they look terrible. They look awful, man. And I'm pretty sure Vanessa's missing him. His family is missing him. The Laker fans are definitely missing him, and he had such a impact on society, especially the sports world. When he was doing detail with ESPN, and he was on a lot of people's podcasts, and pretty much giving back to like every NBA player that looked up to him. He was a mentor to Kyrie, mentor to Jason Tatum. Young guys like that. And
Trey Young.
and Luka Doncic as well. But yeah, man, it's been. I mean, I miss Kobe, man. I miss seeing him, man. I really do, because he wasn't the guy that just ran out the limelight once he retired. He stayed around. He stuck around, and he was definitely trying to give back to everybody. So, the world still misses Kobe Bryant, man. Every time I turn on ESPN, they still show Kobe. It don't matter like what month it is or whatever. They still find ways to put Kobe in something. And yeah, man, it sucks, man. It still sucks. It really does.
Crevonte?
Yeah. Raj hit it. It definitely sucks, man. Can't believe time is going. So moving so fast. 2 years, my heavens! Like I still remember like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It happening and where I was at and what I was doing and all that stuff. Um, every now and then we scroll through or look through social media and we see a clip and it's like, damn, that was great. He was amazing. He was one of the greatest of all times. And it's like, damn, he's gone though. Like we had him and then we lost him. And he was still so young. Like he was just getting his second phase in life. He was just starting that portion of life, being a full-time dad, coach, you know what I'm saying, really diving into his younger kids' lives and honing little Gigi. Rest in peace to her as well. Um, it just it's really really heartbreaking. Even 2 years later, because it's still in disbelief. Like, no way. Like, Kobe was bigger than life to a lot of us, especially us basketball fans. Kobe was like the superhero and the super villain. Like, he was both of them to me as a youth. In the early 2000s, he was the villain. Number 8, Kobe was a villain. My heavens, he was a villain. But number 24 was a superhero, man. And you know how we feel when we watch our Marvel movies or watch our DC shows. Our superheroes, nothing. They persevere. They get through it. They don't die. They're immortal. And that's what we all thought Kobe was until life happens, unfortunately. But I can't wait to see D's video. I'm really looking forward to it. Can't wait to check it out. I'm sure he did an amazing job. But this is one of those things that it doesn't seem like it gets easier. But as time goes on, things the time heals most wounds, not all, but things. I feel like it'll get easier as it goes on, but it's still early. Still feels very early.
Definitely feels fresh. That's why when I looked it up, I said, "Wow, it's been 2 years." I remember doing the show um, right after it happened, and it just seems like yesterday we were together in the studio. Dre, I'll give you the final word on Kobe 2 years later. Is you can check out these videos this coming week, the Flex Zone podcast. Check out the ticker down below, and also let us know, subscribe, and donate. Go ahead, Dre.
Um, I mean, like you said, I mean, it's hard to believe 2 years later. I mean, if it's not for Kobe Bryant, I'm not a Lakers fan. Um, and Kobe, uh, we grew up watching Kobe Bryant. Like, just like our era of basketball is centered around Kobe Bryant. Uh, so it's hard to believe that he passed so suddenly, especially because, like Crevonte said, we never got to see his career or the next phase of his life after basketball. When we think about Kobe Bryant, we think strictly about just basketball, and I mean, he was able to win. What was it? The Oscar for his short film. But then we really didn't get to see what he was able to do with that with his daughters, and he was like coaching what he was trying to do for um, college basketball for the women's side of it, and for the WNBA, trying to move that forward. And then also Kobe just really set a standard with that Mamba mentality. Like how um, it's the mentalness behind it, and he was just so unique as a player, at a young age, um, wanting to get married, wanting to have a family early on, wanting to have stability, and not while everybody else is still like Kobe was like still young and could have been going to the clubs and stuff. Like Iverson has those stories about like him like not wanting to go out. Kobe's one of those people, like if he missed a game winner in the 10th game of the season, Kobe's in the gym at like 3 a.m. while people were still clubbing. So he just had a different mindset at an early age that you just rarely ever saw. He was definitely, one of a kind, and excuse me, he's still missed, and he'll forever be missed because of his impact. When we were just looking at Draymond's top five, and Crevonte was saying how each one of the people that he named had a different impact throughout the game, and Kobe Bryant's name definitely is cemented in what he was able to do for the NBA moving forward. Because not only just here in America, but he had an impact internationally as well. So Kobe Bryant is a household name that it's just so tragic that we'll never be able to know what was the next, um, what would have been next for Kobe Bryant, as well as thinking about just the documentary that we had during the pandemic, The Last Dance. and we were all thinking like, wow, if this was able to come to fruition from just Jordan and that last year of him being with the Bulls, can you imagine what would have been had they had this same documentary about Kobe when he was with Shaq during those years? That easily could have been maybe another 10, or who knows what how many parts could have been to that, and we would look like, just what if. So those questions still come about. And like I said, he will be forever missed, but he's made a impact in ways that he probably couldn't even imagine that he's done for all of us.
And you look at the new generation: Jason Tatum, James Harden,
Oh, Trey
Kyrie,
Young.
Westbrook, Trey Young, Giannis. He helped Giannis get that edge. So Kawhi. I mean, there's so many guys: Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, Luca. I mean, there's so many guys that he's helped influence. DeMar DeRozan. Look at him having an All-Star year. Shout out to him. There's so many guys that Kobe has influenced. So definitely look forward to that video this coming week. We'll keep you guys posted on all our socials for that. And Kobe, may you continue to rest in peace. But from one great to a great weekend of football, it's time to get into that divisional weekend recap. And let's start at the beginning on Saturday, because I told you guys that if they won their first game, they were going to the AFC Championship game. And I told Riles, I told Darian, I told them on Disqualified Opinions last week, and they scrutinized me for this, and I might get scrutinized on this show. Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the AFC North right now. And I'm sorry to tell you, Ravens fans, he's going to be somebody we're going to have to deal with for a long time. Him and Jamar and those boys. As we see the Bengals take out the Titans 19-16. Joe Burrow, 9 sacks. He was sacked 9 times. Like Crevonte said, trying to get that man killed. But he still overcame, and they found a way to win. Derrick Henry returned. But Ryan Tannehill was Ryan Tannehill. Crevonte, your thoughts on Joe B, or Moneybag Joe, getting it done despite
There it is.
despite his terrible O line and his
There
coach not
it is.
helping him out.
There it is. There it is. Money bag Joe. Somehow, some way, behind that horrendous, treacherous dumpster fire of an offensive line, he still finds a way to come out on top. That's called perseverance, baby. That's what that is. In year 2, he finds a way to. That's their job. They had one job. It's a block for this man, and they did terrible at it. They did terrible. And somehow, so who that? Who them Bengals, man. And one thing I like about Joe Burrow is that he told them people, and by them people I mean the media, which I guess includes us. He told us, hey, this is gonna be the norm. That 30-year stretch of not winning the playoff game is over. You know what I'm saying? And they won on the road too, which they haven't done in 30 plus years. He said this is gonna be the norm. We
First
going to
ever
the
road playoff win. First ever road playoff win. They were 0-8.
first ever. Right. Shoot, you're right. So in their history, Joe Burrow did this.
Joe Beasy.
Joe Beasy, Moneybag Joe. I don't know what we only do a couple different name switches because it's so many things. But he's here. He tiptoes that line of confidence and arrogance, and I fucking love it. He got that cigar with him. It's probably that same cigar that he had when he won in LSU. It's that same cigar, brother.
Hey man, Drake can tell you when it comes to the cigars, you might have smoked some other things in your life, but smoking the whole cigar, that's a whole nother thing.
It's the same cigar, man. But that brother's here. He said, I don't know if y'all seen my Facebook, my post. He's in the top 5 right now, man. And I went on to explain a little bit, but he's top 5 right now, man. And this year 2, going to the AFC Championship, he just back to back games. He just completely took away the stench of Bengals losing in 2 games. And now to Byron's point, I think we all agree. Well, we all did pick the Bengals, but something felt weird about this game. Something just felt weird about this game. I was not sure about Derrick Henry's health. How well was he going to be? How effective was he going to be? Yeah, he scored, but he wasn't really effective. And there was a lot of jabs thrown at the Bengals defense. how are they going to stop, Derrick Henry and AJ Brown and Julio Jones and all that? And they did a damn good job on Derrick Henry and Julio Jones, my dog. You might need to put him down soon. It's okay. It's okay. He's not who he was. He's long in the tooth, and he's not effective anymore.
So wow,
it sucks. Henry, but I thought the whole thing was predicated on Derrick Henry. How effective was he going to be? Is he going to look like he did in pre-Halloween, or is he going to look 2 steps slower? Yes, he did score, but they bottled him up for majority of the game. It's AJ Brown that jumped out on folks again. So I thought for them to win, they would have had to have an effective running game, which means having an effective Derrick Henry. And the Bengals defense played really, really, really well. Ryan Tannehill, unfortunately, has hit his ceiling. He's in that middle tier of quarterbacks, and I think that's the most you're going to get out of Ryan Tannehill when you have to rely on him to win the game. With no running game to support him, that's what you're going to get.
Why are you throwing the ball on the first play? I don't understand that, Mike Vrabel.
And that's very uncharacteristic of Mike Vrabel. You run this 3 times. I don't care. Ryan Tannehill's not throwing the ball the whole first quarter.
Even Foreman was balling when Henry was out. I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah. So, but I felt weird about this game, and I was like, I'm gonna go with the Bengals, even though y'all all went with them, and I usually don't like when we all agree. But yeah, I was rolling. I was like, yeah, I could see this going Moneybag Joe's way.
Their roster, and we'll get into this as we get into the preview. If you go position by position, probably outside the offensive line, I know we say the Chiefs, teams like the Rams are probably the most stacked. You could even say maybe Tampa before the AB craziness. The Bengals roster, top to bottom, as good as anybody, Dre.
Yeah.
All on rookie deals, by the way.
This is a team, like you said, you don't want to see, and they're so young. And they went from, like Crevonte said, the laughing stock to now they here. The first time they beat the Ravens, I was like, okay, this is just a fluke. But then when they beat them again, I was like, oh, they serious. For them to then go as far as they have, I mean, hats off to them for real for having a tremendous season. I'm over here looking at Ryan Tannehill, and I forgot that they actually did break Ryan Tannehill off the Titans, so they kind of at least stuck with him for at least it seems like another year or two.
Yeah.
So that's the unfortunate part. Both the Titans and the Browns, they got a lot of thinking to do as far as their franchises, because both teams are really on the cusp and they just need a quarterback. Titans, do you make the same mistake because you passed up on Peyton Manning before? Tom Brady had considered going there at one point. That was a talk for a while. I don't know. But both the Titans and the Browns need to definitely think about the quarterback position, because you don't want to waste these great years with your roster and then have that window closed. As we've learned from Uncle Rob over the years, that window is short, and it's shorter than what a lot of people think. If you have a chance to win a championship, you better go all in, like how the Rams are doing. And I got a soliloquy coming up for them, but. That was a game. That was the first game compared to like the Rams and Buccaneers game where it seemed like the Bengals should have started just kind of rolling with it, and then slowly the Titans, here they go with the comeback. But I was kind of surprised at Crevonte saying that he was willing to put Old Yeller to the shed.
That's over.
That was like a.
Julio was supposed to put them over the top. Now, granted, if Derrick Henry was healthy this whole time, we probably having a different conversation right now. But he's still injury prone. And now he's past his prime. Like what he got the number 2 jersey now, and you would think, all right, look like he's going back in time to like his college days. No, his knees and his ankles ain't come with him, unfortunately. So I mean, they brought him there to be effective. It was supposed to be him, AJ Brown, Derrick Henry. You can't mess this up. Yeah, you can.
My God, Mark is in
Go
the
ahead,
building.
Raj.
The Bengals have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. The Bengals have arrived. It's very angry on Saturday. I'm not going to front. Well, didn't want to see the Bengals, make it to the AFC Championship game. But Byron, you were right. Congrats on that. You were right. Joe Burrow, even getting sacked 9 times couldn't stop him from doing what he did to the Titans and
Which adds
finding a
to his
way.
greatness, man. We seen Lamar get sacked all them times. He ain't do a damn thing.
I know, and Joe Burrow does it in year 2, and it's
Year
just like,
two with a
wow,
bad offensive line.
with a terrible offensive line that got him killed last year.
Horrendous.
But yeah, man, hats off to the Bengals, man. They have a great team. Everybody's healthy right now. Jamar Chase is probably the pickup of the decade, honestly. His play has been ultimately was making the Bengals, great right now. Because I think he's had over 100 yards like damn near every game for like the last 5 or 6 games. And the offensive line is terrible. Let's not front. Their offensive line is suspect, but that defense is really good. The defense is pretty good. Tannehill had 3 turnovers, especially the crucial one that got him the loss. But I think what went wrong with the Titans was, yeah, Derrick Henry was not what he was because he came back from an injury, but the backup running back didn't get enough carries. The Foreman was actually doing what he was supposed to be doing. He was balling out there, and they should have gave him the ball more and let Derrick Henry just have a little bit more rest. But if they would have ran the ball with Foreman, I believe they probably would have won. But they put the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands, and you don't want to do that in the playoffs. I mean, we've seen what happened when he played the Ravens. We've seen what happened when he played the Kansas City Chiefs a couple years ago. We've seen this what happens when he has the ball in his hands. It doesn't go very well all the time, especially in the playoffs. But the Titans. Hats off to them as well because they had a lot of people on injured reserve during the year, and they fought to get the number 1 seed. Not sure how they got the number 1 seed, but they found a way to get it. But the Bengals were definitely a hot team coming in. They played Kansas City in the regular season. They beat them. They'll be playing Kansas City again next week. And to be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen, man, because anything can happen in this game. I know the experts are saying, "Oh yeah, Kansas City, they should beat them because they're young." No, this ain't your typical Bengals team. This is a whole new breed. Even with a terrible offensive line, Joe Burrow and them boys have a chance. But like
And
I
they
said
beat
before,
Kansas City in the regular season.
yep. And like I said before, man, anything's possible, and it's gonna be pretty tough.
Believe the spread is 7 right now. But let us know your thoughts on Bengals Titans. Let's get to the other Saturday night game in Lambeau, as every game for the Packers is, but it does not matter, as this game was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it was a boring game, but it wasn't a lot of offensive plays. Both defenses played their asses off. But I looked up. I came in the house. It was the fourth quarter. I said, "Oh, this game is over." The 49ers punted to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers got the ball. I said, "Oh, they're just gonna give it to Aaron Jones and Dylan. It's over. They're gonna escape." They punt. I look away, I look back, it's a block punt. Then I look up again, Debo Samuel's running 7 yards on third down. Then I look again, George Kittle across the middle, and then Robbie Gould against his former team hits it. Then game winning field goal. Aaron Rodgers does not even get to the NFC Championship game, and with that, you guys kind of talked about it last night. What's next for A Rod? Dre, you want to go first, brother?
Out of all the divisional playoff games this weekend, this was the upset of the entire thing, no hands down. And as the Packers, with everything that was going on this offseason,
Mark.
with with everything that was with Aaron Rodgers. The drama of the offseason was about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. You got the number one seed. You won all these games. The snow had a visiting team from a warm weather climate come in. You're 0-3 already going into this game. You're heavily favored. Nobody's giving the 49ers a chance whatsoever. And y'all laid an egg like that. The blame can't totally put it on Aaron Rodgers, but then again, I can't totally put it on the defense. I mean, everybody deserves a piece of the blame around here. There's the Packers, as much as good as they were, they still sucked on special teams, and it showed with just 4 minutes left. I mean, I was like, damn, 4 minutes, like, and y'all blow the game like this. Aaron Rodgers, all that talk that you had, but then you only put up 10 points. Come on now, like, I mean, then in his post game, he's talking about he doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild.
Shut up.
Like, come on, really? Like, really? All this talk about the front office, they didn't cater to you, then gave you everything possible. And when you look at where Aaron Rodgers was like targeted, and he's not even using his whole team. To him is basically Aaron Jones or Devontae Adams. So what are you doing out there? So I don't know the state of the Packers right now. I don't know Aaron Rodgers. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I don't move, because yesterday in our video we broke it down. Where is he really gonna go? When you just throw teams out there like the Broncos, you'll see Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes twice. If you go to the
And Derek
AFC,
Carr. Put some respect
yeah,
on Derek
Derek
Carr. We
Carr,
know we
yeah.
love Derek Carr, Dre. He top 10, like you said. I agree.
If you go to the AFC North, you've got Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow for years to come out there. So where do you really go? Once Crevonte did put it out there that maybe, and Mark commented too yesterday that maybe he could go to the AFC South. That's a possibility. But what easier path do you have to get into the playoffs and to have a team that's going to be right there every year than where you're at right now? Because the Vikings, we're not sure right there with their head coaching, and plus Kirk Cousins is a roller coaster ride anyway. The Bears right now, they have Justin Fields basically still in his rookie year because he wasn't playing that much, and then they're unsure about their head coaching, and there's no even point for me to talk about the Lions. So I think right now Aaron Rodgers should just stay where he's at, and the Packers need to move on from Jordan Love. Admit that you made a mistake. They understood. I understood why the Packers drafted another quarterback.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, because when they drafted another quarterback, Aaron Rodgers was playing okay. But think about it. After they drafted Jordan Love, this dude's about to win another MVP back to back.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold it. No. First of all, the Green Bay Packers did not do everything Aaron Rodgers wanted to do. We had to get to this point. Second, why the hell do you take a quarterback in the first round?
Now, I'll admit they made a mistake. They made a mistake, but that mistake lit a fire up under his ass that he hasn't had in quite a while.
You wasted a pick. That could have been another player.
I agree. They should have really went after another player.
But again, this relationship is over. This relationship has gone past what it needed to go. He needs to go. I don't care about easy pass. Obviously, it ain't that easy if he ain't gone. If he only went to the Super Bowl once, it ain't that damn easy. You might need another challenge. Go to the.
But is it totally on Aaron Rodgers or is it the organization itself? Because he's 5-4 since that time.
And what's his playoff record?
His playoff record is 5-4 since that Super Bowl run.
That's terrible. for the talent that he has, and especially him playing terrible. And in recent memory, the past 2 playoff games at home, he has not played well.
No. And then he's 0-4 against the 49ers. So,
and like 1-4 in like AFC and NFC championships or something wild like that. So what does it matter how easy it is to get there? He can't even get over the hump. As great as he is, we comparing his brother to Tom Brady, and it needs to stop. Honestly, now, like it should have been stopped, but it definitely has to stop now. Like he don't have it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. In Lambeau, I meant to say he's like 5-4, but yeah, it's just I don't know.
You need to change the scenery. You need ain't no point in saying that. You need to change the scenery. I don't know where you might maybe the young cats, the young quarterbacks will light another fire in his ass, because this ain't it. You get having these fans go out there in 0-degree weather for you to lose.
Well, let me add.
Pittsburgh, Byron, Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is the best landing spot for him. Stable,
about to pay him.
Stable organization, outstanding head coach, great defense, young weapons, and even though they may not want to pay him, they have the cap to do so. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Raj. Put the nail in the coffin of your boy.
Well, like I said before yesterday, I kind of want him to stay in Green Bay. I understand if he doesn't want to stay there. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. He asked for more help, and they gave him Jordan Love. So that's what they thought of him at that time. But yeah, it's a big decision coming up this offseason for him. We're going to find out what happens. Matt LaFleur wants him back, but we don't know. I said before, Pittsburgh is definitely a place that he should go if he does want to leave Green Bay, because they have, like Crevonte said, they have a stable organization, and they have the weapons that he needs, and the defense has always been pretty damn good in Pittsburgh. But here's another you know what, I thought about this a little bit more. Here's another option for him. And you might be smiling, Crevonte, but he could choose the Washington football team. I mean, they do have a great defense as well. I mean, they wasn't too great this year, but with Chase Young coming back and some of those other pieces that were missing, and the quarterback situation over there has been suspect as well. But Aaron Rodgers going over there, I mean, it could propel them to being a really, really good football team. Get it, football team, and they could make some noise, man, in that NFC lease. So that's another option to look out for.
That sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds like an absolute horrible.
I'm just giving. Hey, brother, I'm trying to give you a little hope. Okay, I'm just trying to give.
I don't need hope. I need results. I don't need hope. I need results.
Well, I did say Jimmy G to WFT, but maybe A-Rod would be better. So just say
listen. Wait a minute. I don't.
Jimmy G to Pittsburgh.
hey, listen. I don't need hope. I need a quarterback and I need results. But let's be realistic here. There's no way Aaron Rodgers and this organization is going to mesh well. I'm just being totally honest. I would love for it to happen, but I mean, I don't know after February 2nd if I'm going to be a fan. So I would say let's wait on this. But I think it's a long shot. I like it. I mean, I'm hearing rumors about Russell Wilson too. I like that too. But again, February 2nd, let's see what they do with this damn name before I endorse it for the Washington football team.
And quickly before we go into the next set of games, Jimmy G. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers so much, but Jimmy G. was a quarterback that was talked about being moved. Like I said, there's rumors about he was. They were thinking about moving him to Pittsburgh. But if I'm the 49ers, hell no, keep that guy intact. He took him to the NFC Championship game, and That's two times he's taking you to the NFC Championship game. Even if you got that young boy in there, that young boy ain't ready. Go ahead, keep Jimmy G in there and keep winning football games because Kyle Shanahan has not had a winning record without Jimmy G.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Good point. I think they do end up keeping him because his team is win now mode. So let us know your thoughts for Jimmy G and Aaron Rodgers, as it will be an interesting league year starting in the wonderful month of March. Not only my birthday, but NFL free agency, where all the fun begins. But Dre, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it, brother. They
Oh boy.
they they overcame. They got over the hump. I know you just took a sip of your water out your red solo cup like the Street Profits. Floor is yours, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize to the Los Angeles city because I said that I thought that the Packers would beat the Rams, but I was wrong.
The Packers.
And I thought the Packers were going to go to the Super Bowl.
That didn't even happen.
Okay.
Didn't even have a chance.
But you know what? And everybody knows who's been watching the show, unless you've been under a rock somewhere, that I've been on the Rams bandwagon, just like Crevonte and Byron have been on the Cardinals bandwagon for years. But on this day, the Rams, they're going to the Super Bowl and they're winning it all. I'm telling you, this is going to be the first time that we have ever seen back-to-back times a team be at home in the Super Bowl. And I'm excited. I mean, what the Rams have done, getting OBJ, Von Miller, Matthew Stafford. I mean, look, I'm already, jumping the gun. I'm telling you that right now. Matthew Stafford is my game ball. Because did you see this brother out there? This guy, I mean, despite the turnovers, ladies and gentlemen, he was still, despite the comeback, he still was poised enough to come back, calm himself, and win the damn game. They were tied. I was like, I don't know about this one, y'all. I was like, But then did you see that beautiful touch? And the next thing you know, I was like, they got a chance. And they won. Because of that trade, the gamble that they had for Matthew Stafford. We thought we've written him off for so long because of the organization that he was a part of, this dead dog organization known as the JV team in Detroit. But he comes to a great city like Los Angeles, and he becomes a winner to the NFC Championship game. Now they have set a standard right there in LA. You know what? Because they are the Rams. Shout out to the Rams for doing what they need to do, always making the gamble and doing the things that they need to do to put themselves in a winning position.
Are you done with your soliloquy, Dre? Are you done with the BS that you were spewing out there? Let me
There's
be
no
real
BS,
with you.
it's facts. What are you talking
Let
about?
me be real with you, God damn it. All right, the Rams did win. They got past the Buccaneers. But let's be real here. Jesus and Cleats should have won that damn game yesterday. They was down 27. They was down 27-3. I don't want to hear about no damn fixes. The Rams look shaky. The Rams look like the team that I said that they was, and they snuck a victory yesterday because damn it, Tom Brady brought that team all the way back like he always does in clutch situations. And all of a sudden, Matthew Stafford finds Cooper Kupp. Oh my goodness, Cooper Kupp is wide open.
Did he not fumble yesterday? Cooper Kupp fumbled.
Yes. The Cooper fumble, yes, he did. And then Cam Akers fumbled twice. And then the center threw the ball across Matt Stafford's head. All that stupid stuff happened yesterday, Dre. All that silly stuff happened for the Rams, man. And they found a way to win. Congrats to them. They're going to the NFC Championship game. But I don't trust them. I don't trust that team. Okay, I don't trust them at all. I think they're going to lose that next game. They're going to find a way to lose. But they got lucky though because Tom Brady. I'm telling you, man, he was coming back. He was coming back to put the nail in the coffin. But like I said before, I give credit where credit is due. They found a way to hang on and win the game, but. God damn it, man. They are a shaky football team, man. Yeah, they got the Von Millers. They got the Matthew Staffords. They got Aaron Donald with the nice shape up, the nice hairstyle that he got. They got all those great guys on the squad, man. Cooper Kupp's great.
So you saying they should have blew out the Bucks? So you saying they should have blew them out, put them nail in them early?
Yes, they should have destroyed them. They was
Probably
up
put up 40.
27-3. How you
Probably
not
put
able
up
to come
40.
back?
Probably put up
Wait,
40.
You said nail in the coffin.
Yes.
No, if anything, they put a nail in the coffin of the GOAT because he up there talking about retirement.
Oh God.
They just sent him to the shed.
Bruh.
There's a new sheriff in town, brother.
There's no damn new sheriff in town, man. They should have blew them the hell out. If that was the case, they should have destroyed.
Brady up there talking about packing his family up out of Florida. He don't want that smoke.
You talking that nonsense over there, Drake? They barely got by them. Let's see if they go to the Super Bowl. I see you got the Compton hat on. I see you up there. I see you up there trying to, pander to them. I see what you're doing.
Go ahead,
that's
Crevonte, real quick.
Foolishness. And damn it, let's see what happens in the next game.
Go ahead, Crevonte, real quick.
Whew, I couldn't tell if that was the Rams or the Falcons. I could not tell. That game was looking very suspect. I think Mark was saying something about it. It looked really suspect. A lot of uncharacteristic things was happening. I was like, these boys don't want Brady. Brady's not allowed to get blown out.
No,
Brady is not allowed to get blown out. That's especially in a playoff game, win or go home. He's not allowed to get blown out. That's just what it is. It's like at the very least, you gotta make him sweat. And by gosh, I was like, Matthew, is that Matt Ryan? Is that Matt Ryan? That's what he looked like. That's what it looked like. I was like, wait a minute. Cam fumbled right before halftime, which probably would have been a nail in the coffin if he'd scored before halftime, but instead he fumbled and Antoine Winfield Jr. recovered it. Cool, whatever. Once I saw that, I said, I think it's gonna come back to bite them. Now the center throwing it behind Matthew Stafford. I said, "Oh my heavens, what is going on here?" And I was like, "Dre, you know what AJ say? The fix is in.
The fix is in.
The fix is in." And I was like, "My heavens, are they really gonna? Tom Brady really gonna come back and beat these bulls?" Tied the goddamn game. I was like, "Wait, 27-3, 24." He came up from 25. It's possible. Anything's possible. Shout out to Kevin Garnett. But I was terrified for this team. I was terrified.
That's a good one, football fan. That's a good one. That's hilarious, bro.
Yo, scan that to me. Scan it to the flexzone1@gmail.com, yo. Scan that to us, yo. But the Rams, they could have completely fell apart. But like Raj said, that's shaky. They look real shaky. Really, really shaky. And that's not good going against a team that's proven that they could beat you. The last 6 times y'all played them. That's not it. The 49ers are playing with house money anyway, but they're playing with a lot of confidence that, we got to play the Rams again? Shoot. Y'all already know what's up. Kyle Shanahan got Sean McVay's number. The Rams lost the last 6 times they played. I ain't going to hold you. I like the 49ers. I mean, we'll get into it, but this team look really shaky. Like, they look really good. Like, it's really a tale of 2 halves. They look Jekyll and Hyde. This team is Jekyll and Hyde. And I'm still waiting for Matthew Stafford to turn into Matthew Stafford. Maybe I'll get it next week.
Real quick.
You saw what Matthew Stafford was.
Real quick, Crevonte.
In the fourth quarter, who do you trust the ball with? He is one of the most clutch quarterbacks.
Patrick Mahomes. That's why I trust the ball.
You know what?
Patrick Mahomes.
We trust.
You know what?
Dre, we trust the light skin Lothario. That's what we trust.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take right now in the fourth quarter. I'll take Matthew Stafford over Patrick Mahomes.
You are sounding really foolish right now.
Real quick, Dre, does Brady retire?
No.
Crevonte?
No.
And Raj?
He better not. I'd be pissed if he does.
Well, he's going to play next year. The question is,
He got one more
The
year
You
problem
left,
I
and
think, the problem I
I
think,
want the Ravens to see him. So no, he better not.
you can't have Big Ben and Brady retire in the same season.
I
Like
just think
that's just
the
not gonna happen.
problem is I think Tampa's about to start to. I think this was their window to go back to back. I don't think they do it next year. They're gonna lose a lot of pieces. Chris
Yeah.
Godwin, a lot of people on defense. It's gonna be tough. I mean, Brady, we'll see what he can do, but it's gonna be tough. Might be his toughest job ever going on 45.
But the question is, where's Brady gonna go?
He's staying there, but the team, they got to
No,
rebuild that team.
you ain't got time to move again.
Well, game of the weekend, maybe the game of our lives, Chiefs
Dre,
Bills. I
Dre,
mean, it went to overtime, and it was
yeah, it
really
did.
the first team to get the ball win that coin toss. Chiefs pull out a thriller,
Mm.
42-36. I mean, Crevonte, we knew they were going to win, right?
Look at him
Yes,
flex.
yes, yes, we did. We absolutely knew they were gonna win the whole time. I know I did. I called it the beginning of the year. I told you, Patty, my homeboy, and Andy Reid, that combination, I'm taking against anybody, especially no Tom Brady. Oh, you done made the road easier. The road it got a little less bumpy. Now he do gotta get past money bag Joe, but with that offensive line, I don't think it'll be that difficult. I think the Bengals will show their inexperience. Unfortunately, it's going to rear its ugly head, and the Bengals. I mean, the Chiefs might blow them out. I'm just saying, they might blow them out. But Patrick Mahomes, yeah, time to go. 2 out of 3 years, 3 straight Super Bowl appearances. Come on, baby. You know what it is. You know what it is. Shout out to Josh Allen though, because Josh Allen is here. Josh
Got
Allen
better. Got
is
better,
here.
Crevonte. He got even better.
Josh
Got
Allen
better.
is here. My God, with that, how he went down the field so fast and threw his fourth touchdown to Gabriel Davis. I said, "Oh Jesus, it's 13
Man, he
seconds."
made a name for himself.
I said, "Oh boy, 13 seconds left." I said, "Oh shoot, oh shoot." Patty, put your cape on. Patty, put your cape on. And what did he do? 13 seconds, what the Cowboys couldn't do in 14 seconds. He went all the way down the field, game time field goal, going to overtime, close the books. God damn it, close the books. It's a wrap. That's who I trust with the ball.
Dre.
The Bills should have won that game. Um,
Who should have won?
for one, the Bengals ain't getting blown out. Did you not see the last time that they faced each other? That's gonna be a close game.
Did
So
you see the last
that's
time the Bengals was in the AFC Championship? No, you didn't.
we,
You didn't because
none of
you
us
wasn't
were born.
around. You wasn't around. D was
None of
around.
us.
Rodgers was around. You wasn't around. Tell
This guy,
me the last time they was in the
man.
AFC Championship. What's the name of their coach, Dre? What's the name of the Bengals coach?
I gotta know that. I gotta know his name now because before I ain't put no respect on his name. But nevertheless, the same thing that happened to Josh Allen is what happened to Patrick Mahomes when they were facing Tom Brady and the Patriots. You could just see if Josh Allen had that look and the way he was playing, that if he had the ball one more time, he definitely would have won that game. I don't know what in the world clicked because we were all watching the game and it went from like what was it, like 26-21. The next thing you know, they just started just going back and forth, just scoring. Like I was like, damn, what the hell? But that the Bills just made some crucial mistakes. For one, I hate prevent defense, especially in a situation like that where all you need is 3 points as opposed to when you just need a field goal as opposed to a touchdown. Why are you doing that? Like you could just see, and I'm just like, they about to tie this. Like you just let Kelsey just straight. I was like the route he ran. I was like, I was like, what are you doing?
I'm doubling both of them the whole game.
Like,
They ain't getting no single coverage, especially with the end of the game. Somebody else gonna have to beat me.
like I wasn't mad at when Hill beat them because I was like, all right, that could happen. But Kelsey, what happened was I was like, come on, bro, y'all bugging with this one, and y'all supposed to be the number one passing defense.
That
Where
means
was y'all?
nothing. That means nothing.
Where was y'all at?
Not against the elite quarterback. Not against the elite quarterback. It don't matter.
And then on special teams, I don't know why in the world they kicked it to their end zone to let them start at their own 20, but it was a from there it was like it was a wash from there. I was like, yeah. But like Crevonte did say, that was impressive. With 13 seconds left and to be able to drive the ball down that far, it's not too many quarterbacks that can honestly do what Patrick Mahomes was able to do in that position. So this was every game, honestly, this weekend. For it to come down to the wire, compared to the week prior, because that was some trash. But this week was probably the best week of playoff football I've ever seen in my life, and it was must see TV. So definitely the NFL won this weekend, and hence why they are the number one sport in America. But the Bills, I had them written off, honestly. Like the Chiefs, they weren't looking too good at the beginning, but then somehow, some way, they came back, and they're here. So they were able to accomplish. So but the Bills are definitely here to stay, and I think that the Bills, this will be a learning lesson for the Bills, just like it was a learning lesson for the Chiefs to propel them to that next level. But Josh Allen showed that um, he's here. So again, like I said, shout out to the Bills for what they were able to do, but they are the tribal chiefs for a reason. And Patrick Mahomes said that you still got to come through me if you want this throne, if you want the crown.
Right.
I'm jealous, man. I'm
Good question,
jealous.
Mark. I don't know if we would have gotten this.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely is a good question. But yeah, as a Ravens fan, I'm jealous. Only because we've seen Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen go at it twice now in the playoffs, and the second time around, Josh Allen just, man, he showed his ass off yesterday, man. He was converting fourth downs. Pressure was all on him, and every time he answered the call, and for him to lose that way was epic. But it goes to show you that um, that time is coming, and it's coming very soon. Meaning the Buffalo Bills. So they didn't get the job done yesterday, but they're just an inch away from being in the Super Bowl. And like I said before, that just makes me jealous, man, because I kind of want that for our quarterback, But the game yesterday was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. The tribal chief, man. What can you say, man? He was awesome, man. You got Crevonte jumping on tables at the house. I'm like, damn, he
Oh,
still
that
got
was
hops like
funny.
that.
Hey, just like
That
our
joke
buddy
was
Wes.
crazy, man. And then seeing the cheetah, just do that little crossing route, and then just
What
get the
the
peace sign
hell?
for that touchdown.
How did he not get a flag
Yo,
for that? How did he not get a
it
flag for
don't
that?
matter. They was at
because
home. You
because
don't
the
get no
NFL
flag for
clearly
that.
overlooked that. That's why
You ain't
I
getting
was
no
like,
flag for that. And then Gabriel Davis from the Buffalo Bills had 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. Who is this guy? I still don't know who he is, man. I'm still trying to figure out who this man is. But it was just a knockdown, drag out slugfest. And it sucks that, the team that had the ball last wins, but that's just how it goes sometimes, man. That's just how it goes. But yeah, man, I all props to the tribal chief Patrick Mahomes, man. He in 13 seconds, man, he just found a way. It's like, it don't matter how much time you leave on the clock. It's just like, wow, you can just find a way to kick a field goal and get in overtime, and that's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
whew.
But man, I'm telling you, man, the playoff games this weekend was completely awesome, and this last game last night we topped it off, man. So Josh Allen has nothing to be mad about, nothing to hold his head down about. He gave everything. He went to another level. He's at Super Saiyan 4 now. As I was saying last night, Super Saiyan 4. Patrick Mahomes is Super Saiyan God right now, but it is what it is.
Hey, you trying to Rod,
He gonna find a way, man. He gonna
Rod,
find a way.
you
But
trying to say he's in God mode?
he's in God mode, man. He the tribal chief, man. He the tribal chief, man. You can't take nothing from him, man. You can't. And right now, Tom Brady's out, so he has a clear shot back to the Super Bowl, and probably is going to win it. So, I mean, like I said before, it was definitely a great game. Can't wait to see what happens with the Chiefs and Bengals. Hey, Brittany.
She got a preview of our buddy's wedding with standing on tables.
Yes. Dancing on a set. If this was Lionel Richie, he'd be dancing on a ceiling. But that's something totally different. But anyways, yeah, great game.
Wow.
Real quick, Raj, game ball, not so game ball.
Oh, what?
Nothing.
Game ball
Mark.
has to go.
Nothing, Mark. Nothing.
My game ball has to go to
Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious White didn't play. Let's not forget he was hurt. He's their best corner, maybe a top 3 corner. He would have helped against Tyreek Hill. Just saying.
My game ball has to go.
All they missed was time. That was the only thing they was missing.
They needed a stop too. They could have used a stop on the last drive. You got to squib kick it, and you got to put some pressure on Mahomes. You can't let him sit back there and just torch you.
Basically that was it.
My game ball goes to Gabriel Davis from the Buffalo Bills. 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. This brother, man, showed up, especially when Stephon Diggs didn't do absolutely nothing on the field. And he stepped up to the plate. He had, you know what? I said it last night. He had his TO moment. This might be the moment where he actually propels himself to being a freaking awesome, great wide receiver. So hats off to him. Didn't know who he was before the game, but now I know who he is after the game. This is a game-defining moment for him. So even in a loss, he gets my game ball because he was awesome. He caught damn near everything that was thrown to him. So that's my game ball for him. My not so game ball has to go to the bad man in Green Bay, man. Oh. He let me down again. He let me down. Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he's been goofy all season long. He's been doing some stupid stuff, you know. What's the word he used, Byron? What was it?
Immunized.
He was immunized or whatever the hell that means. And he immunized his way out the goddamn playoffs to the 49ers yet again. So now he's 0-4 against them. And it's not I don't know. This could be his last shot of winning the Super Bowl. We don't know. But he gets my not so game ball. They laid an egg in Green Bay. And right now he's, licking his chops, trying to figure out what to do next.
Dre Day. Go ahead, Dre.
My not so game ball has to go to I'm gonna give it to the Buccaneers because I expected more out of them. I expected a closer game at first. Now, granted, they were able to come back, but that team the flaws were already there. You knew that they weren't going back to back to win the Super Bowl. It was, the injuries, the distractions with, let alone the loose cannon AB. It was just too much to overcome, and they've got some thinking about to do because, like you said, they're not going to be the same team next year that they were these past 2 years. But my game ball has to go to the Rams. I mean, did you see him? I told you it was going to happen.
I saw them.
Stafford.
Sit down their leg. That's what I seen them do. I seen them sitting down their leg. That's what I saw.
Matthew Stafford alone. You saw
them just getting by.
They
what I saw.
All in and traded this guy. I'm telling you, Matthew Stafford is the difference maker. It's the X factor. Brittany loves when I do that. Yes, the Rams. If you didn't hop on the bandwagon. It's LA, baby. You already know.
Start low and high.
Oh
Crevonte.
wow, man.
Oh
These
my
comments tonight, man.
god.
Y'all
um,
are hilarious tonight, man.
my not so game ball goes to the number one seeds. What does it mean anymore? What is
Not a
number one
damn
seed?
thing.
What is number one seed? Home field. What does it mean? What does it all mean? My gosh, just one and done. And that's the worst. I feel like that's a worse one and done than like getting to the wild card and getting put out. You had a bye week. You had a week to get healthy, get better, prepare, and both of them laid an egg. Both of them laid an egg as the favorite. Both of them was the favorite and laid an egg. My gosh.
Were they really the favorite though, the Titans?
I'm just saying, like they were in the point spread. Like I'm saying, but no, but we saw the writing on the wall because we all picked the Bengals. We was like, nah, that looks fishy. We don't believe.
I think the Titans didn't even know how they got the number one seed.
They was like, all right, y'all. All right, say y'all, we playing next week. Now we gotta buy. Bye. We already had a bye week. But of course, come on now. The game ball goes to Patty Mahomes, boy. Patty Mahomes, baby. 13 seconds left. Come on, bro. Best game. Arguably the best game I've seen in quite some time. Maybe all time. Because that was some entertainment right there. That was some real entertainment right there. Patty Mahomes, 13 seconds, man.
Well, let's get to these picks as we are inching close to the Super Bowl. It gets started at 3 o'clock on CBS. Bengals Chiefs AFC Championship game, 7-point spread right now. Crevonte, who you going with?
Chiefs. I think I think 7 points is about our 7 points is a lot, but I just think their inexperience is gonna show in Burrow and in Zach Taylor. Andre, that's the head coach's name.
Dre.
Negro, you ain't gonna remember his name after Sunday. So
he's in the AFC Championship, baby.
Yeah.
But I think plus I'm taking the 7 points. Definitely landing 7 points. I think it's gonna end up being a little bit more than that.
Dre.
Damn, Byron, I thought what I was going my not so game one was actually going to be the Bills, but I thought I was going to leave that up to you, man. So I thought that you was going to take that.
I mean, it's hard to really. The offensively, they did everything they could. It's the defense, man. You just need one stop. It's easier said than done. Yeah, it's easier said than done, man. You can't play no cover two and all that crap against the Chiefs. You saw last year. You got to play man. Got to get pressure with four. But
my I'm not swaying away. I said the Chiefs from jump for the AFC. So I'm gonna stick with the tribal chiefs to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Rod, you acknowledge
I need the Chiefs. I need the Chiefs to win. I do not want to see Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl. God, that would be awful for the Ravens fans. That would be terrible to see him in the Super Bowl, and we will hit the end of it. So please, tribal chief, I'm begging you, get back to the Super Bowl and represent the AFC once again.
Hold up, Unc. You don't got nothing to worry about because unfortunately, the NFL they want either Brady or Mahomes in there, and there was no way that you weren't going to have one of the two. If you weren't going to have both, at least one of them was going back to the Super Bowl. So no worries. As AJ would say, the fix is in.
Yes, let the fix be in then. So go Chiefs. That's what I'm picking.
I think it'll be another shootout like that first game, and I don't know if the Bengals have enough on defense to stop the Chiefs, and their offensive line can't be giving up that many sacks.
Trust me, the Chiefs ain't making them same mistakes that they did last time.
NFC Championship 6:30, 49ers Rams for the third straight time, as y'all said. Rams have lost 6 in a row to the 49ers, and it was more 49ers fans than Rams fans at SoFi. Raj, who you going with?
I'm going with the 49ers. I think they're going back to the Super Bowl. I do not trust the Rams. I don't trust. I
The
don't trust them.
Rams,
I don't trust Matthew Stafford. Cam Akers is suspect. I mean, Von Miller is great, and Odell is great, and Cooper Kupp is one of the best wide receivers in football. And Aaron Donald has a wonderful shape up, like he always does.
Not a
But
one.
I just don't. I mean, I don't trust Matthew Stafford in clutch situations too much. I mean, he had one great throw last week to Cooper Kupp. Well, a couple great throws to Cooper Kupp last week, but I think the 49ers defense will, since they know how to beat the Rams, I think they'll figure out how to beat them again, and then they'll head back to the Super Bowl for rematch with the Chiefs. And I think this time Jimmy G actually, he finagles his way into a ring.
Well, Crevonte, I know
being
who Drake's going with.
He's been absolutely absurd with the second part. But I'm going with the 49ers too. For Sean McVay, I don't. Kyle Shanahan has had something over Sean McVay. I don't know what it is. One thing the Rams don't like to do, they don't like to stop the run. They just want to rush the passer because they know they got the pass rushers to do that. You run the ball on them, you can find some success. And Jimmy G won't have to throw the ball as much. Going to 49ers. For a rematch with the Chiefs and Patty Mahomes going 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Well, Dre, you can say it for me, brother, because I'm riding with you to SoFi, to the Super Bowl
There
in
we go.
LA. They beat them 6 times in a row, so you know what that means, America. They're about to lose. They beat them twice this season, so you know what that means. They're about to lose. Go ahead, Dre.
All right, my man is riding passenger. He's riding shotgun with me. We taking this all the way to LA, baby.
Until
Come
they
on.
see the tribal chief. Until they see the tribal chief, then I'm hopping back on with him.
I mean, respected it is the tribal chief. But one last time for the NFC Championship game. I'm gonna do this like Diana and Power with the receipts. The Rams.
Well, we'll see how it plays out as we get this last weekend before the Super Bowl. NFL winding down. 2 games this week, a week off, and then the Super Bowl. But as we do every week, it's time to end the show the right way with Crevante's Goofies of the Week.
Hey, my man about to come more goofy than Diana and Power, man. I love it.
No, more goofier than the basketball player.
Who Zeke?
Oh,
Zeke.
Zeke, more goofier than him.
as a goofy character.
Hey, and Crevonte, brother, you need to get on that Power Book 2 Ghost, brother. You need to stop playing with yourself. You need to watch it, man. I know you always see Tariq. I know you always see Tariq getting beat up, but trust me, man, Tariq is his father's child for real.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yes, this season proved that.
I've had some coworkers talking about it, so yeah, I'm hearing it all over the place. So it's like I think once it's over, how many episodes is left?
2 more.
2 more left.
And then Tommy is in like 2 weeks, so
I think I'll binge it. I'll end up binging it. But all right. Welcome, good people, to Goofies of the Week.
go ahead.
Sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. So let me tell you what I thought was goofy, and it's just one that's just in my head. I can't get rid of. Oh gosh, it was such an ugly game to watch. I mean, Byron was being very nice. It was an ugly game. It absolutely was an ugly game, and I'm talking about the 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers. I got big boy. I got Falcon Red, Jet Green. Y'all know what they mean. This has to go to Aaron Rodgers. And Rodgers he has been a goofy of the week with that whole immunized mess. But there's no way you work this hard to get a home playoff game again at Lambeau Field in the cold, the snow, and you lay another egg. You let the good-looking guy and his crew of Cali boys come up in the cold and beat y'all. See, it's different. It's different when Tom Brady comes in because that's Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. But you let Jimmy G and them boys from Cali, they went to go put their sunglasses on when they left the land. They said, "Ooh, it's cold." Put their glasses back on. And it's like, we going back west because they came there to handle business. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And Aaron Rodgers again fell short. Might have been the worst game of his career.
It was.
You know, I think they said this was his second game with no touchdown passes or whatever, but this game looked like the worst game of his career. And it's such a terrible time to do so. Now, you one and done, bro? You one and done? That's what we doing now? We one and done out here? Number 1 seed, 13 wins again, back-to-back 13 wins. Another home playoff game. The road goes through Lambeau Field. And so the 49ers said, yes, sure. That's fine. We'll go through there and we'll go through LA. Sure. Why not? To be as great as he is, it's a crying shame that he's only been to one Super Bowl. It's the absolute shame. We all say, well, not all of us, because Byron says he throws his jabs in every now and then, but he has been the second best quarterback for quite some time in the league. Second, third, top 3, whatever. But as far as talent, he's either 1 or 2. And for him to be in the NFC Championship, a handful of times and only got through once, is absolutely absurd. But when you turn around and look at his last two performances, he didn't play well. I don't know what it is. Like, you should be more comfortable at home. You should be at your most comfortable at home. And he played like he was on the road. He played like all this wasn't for him. Like, the Green Bay Packers logo's not on the field. Like, it's not snowing there. Like, it's not 0 degrees with the wind chill. And again, Dre, they let these Cali boys come up in there, man. It ain't 0 degrees in California.
It never rains in Southern California either. Nor does it snow.
And they said, this looks different. All right, let's do this. Unbelievable. There's no way. Matt LaFleur. What? I don't get it. You got it all. And you fall short year after year after year. How dare you be a one and done this year? The road goes through Green Bay? Guess not. I guess not. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how you come back from this one, man. You gotta get up out of there. It's not. It must be some type of karma, some type of voodoo, some type of something.
Voodoo.
over him. Well, I don't know if it's over him or if it's over Green Bay, but I don't know what it is. Like, he won that Super Bowl over 10 years ago.
Crazy. You forgot that he won it.
You forget, bro. It's disheartening and it's unfortunate, but he's gonna have to move on to. I don't even know. Like Rod said, this may be his last opportunity because Pat Mahomes is hit. Pat Mahomes is hit, so he might have missed his last shot. And on top of that, Brady lost too. You had your shot. You got it, yo. And right then all that goofiness. I feel like this is like karma. Karma is coming back on Aaron Rodgers and a little bit on Bruce Arians because we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but he slapped another player upside his head and got a $50,000 fine. I think there's a little karma over there too. But Aaron Rodgers is you are the goof because it looked like he was never into the game. Outside of that first drive when they scored a touchdown, he looked uninterested. Like he was cool with losing. It was very weird. Matter of fact, Green Bay Green, but he was definitely goofy. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers, my lone goofy of the week, and also the guy who was around when he won his Super Bowl also lost a one and done. Mike McCarthy, goofy as well. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers definitely my wrong goofy of the week. Got to do better. Maybe a change of scenery. Maybe the cold is not a benefit for you. I don't know. But y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and Aaron Rodgers, as great as he is on the other side of it. Got to do better.
All right.
Gotta do better.
Well, Crevonte, let me help you out a little bit, brother.
No doubt.
Aaron Rodgers is 0-4 in his career against the 49ers. He is the first quarterback to lose 4 playoff games versus one opponent in NFL history. His total QBR was 19.3, the worst of his playoff rank. He had 0 touchdown passes, was tied worst of his playoff rank, and he was sacked 5 times, tied most for the worst playoff rank. And then this is his 11th straight season without a Super Bowl appearance.
Oh, damn. Well, there you go. There you go.
Well, there you go. And with that, we bring our show to the end. But before we get ready to get out of here, if you want to donate to the cause, hashtag the Flex Zone One. Show is executively produced by Andre Melton, senior producer is the man with the congratulations. Crevonte Hurd, big shout out to D as well. Follow him and subscribe to DSN Sport Network. Ride, let the people know how to keep up with us on social media and what's coming this week on the Flex Zone YouTube. A lot of content.
Yes. Please. Subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube. Kobe Bryant's tribute is coming on Wednesday. Byron is going to do what is it? What are you doing, Byron?
Well, I'm definitely going to do a preview for the Royal Rumble. I'll see what's
Okay.
going on, and then I may, depend on where I'm at. That's the question. I don't know where I'm watching it. If I'm watching in the house, it might be a little busy, but I'm gonna try to watch it live on YouTube, so you'll see my reactions as I watch it, and I'll talk in between, and maybe even talk about some NFL stuff too. Kill the time. So if you want to hop on, let me know. Anybody watching, Raj as well, Dre, let me know. We'll be on there. Hopefully, get you the preview out on Friday, and I'll be live on Saturday.
I also think you might want to reach out to some other people that watch wrestling. Maybe they want to hop on. You can just send a link to them, and they
I was
can.
gonna say, I'll maybe we can brainstorm, Raj, and if anybody's watching that wants to be a part of it, Crevonte, you more than welcome to, brother. You know, take a shot each time somebody gets thrown over the top rope, brother. We'll be feeling real nice.
I'm about
Look,
to
it'll be like 2 years ago, Dre. It'll be like
Oh,
two
he gonna
years
be
ago.
feeling real nice. All right.
But yeah, we might have to send that out, man. Might have to do that, man. Might have to put it in one of your group chats, Raj.
Oh no. See, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Oh man,
But
but yeah, we would love to get the people part of it. I would love that.
yeah, that'd be awesome. But yes, Royal Rumble preview, Royal Rumble watch session coming
And
on
we do have
Saturday.
AEW Beach Break. If some things happen at the way they might, I may talk about it on this week too if I have time. Might have some big debuts. Got a unification ladder match and a lights out match. It's gonna be a big week of wrestling.
Yes, indeed. So check out all the content that's coming. And definitely subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram at the Flex Zone, and also on Twitter at the Flex Zone. Check us out on all the platforms. We're on everything. Continuing to grow, continuing to do big things. Going to have a super big guest coming in 2 weeks. We're not going to mention it just yet though, but definitely 2 weeks you're gonna love what you see. So definitely got things coming along and moving along. So check us out.
Dre, episode 329 next week. Let the people know what they can expect and what could be coming up in the next few weeks, months. Some teasers as well.
So next week, I think let's have some fun and try to guess what this name will be for the Washington team. And as far as the month of February, we're going back to doing our sports and blackness conversation, and we'll have some major guests coming on to talk about sports and the state of black people in the sports world. So if you guys were happy last year with the content that we put out, you'll definitely love what we're about to put out this month.
And an early look at the Super Bowl matchup, as we'll know the two teams playing in SoFi, and we'll give you our thoughts on the conference championship games. Again, we are the Flex Zone, the only page giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you
When you
need
need it.
My
Tap in with
fandom
us.
is at stake. My fandom is at stake.
Your
I have
fandom is
no
at
problem. I have no problem removing myself from a team. Y'all know that.
we do.
Hey man, I understand, brother. If it's goofy like I think, man, hopefully we can do something live to Crevonte, like I mentioned. Maybe I might have to try to get on there with you just to get some reactions. But
Yeah.
appreciate you, Flex on family. Shout out everybody tuning in, watching. FlexZone1 at gmail.com. Check out Dre each and every day in the morning on WEAA with Calais. Good morning, Baltimore, right, Dre?
Yes, sir. Kelly and Tyler B.
Shout out to the good folks over there at WEAA. Shout out to Carlos. I know you're watching. And to all the loyal viewers, as I said, we'll be back this week with a lot of content. Look out for the Kobe recap. 2 years since his passing. D did an excellent job. Can't wait for you to see it. I can't wait to see it. And this weekend with a lot of other content on the page as well. You want to be a part of it? Get at us. Let us know. Send an email, and we'll gladly. We'll probably make a post about it as well, Raj. Let the people know. Get them engaged. Let them know if they want to be part of it on Saturday. But hey, for Dre, for Crevonte, for Raj, and for D. Till next week, we appreciate y'all. We gone.
We gone. Peace.